Hey, welcome back in another tutorial. In this video, we are going to make this amazing sofa you can see on my screen. Yes, this is called Mabel Comfort Sofa, and it is the project of B&B Italia. B&B Italia is a very famous company worldwide. It's an Italian company that makes sofas and interior furniture stuff. So we are here on the website where we have some specifications. You can see if I zoom in little bit, this is 180 centimeters, this is 69 centimeters, and this is 52 and 71 centimeters. So I have taken a screenshot and I am sharing that file, that screenshot with you guys, so you can go through that. So I have this image, I have added it in the project files. You can download it from there, so we can see dimensions a bit more clearly. 69, 180, 42, 71 this way, 61 this way. So this is going to help us a lot in 3ds Max. So yeah, let's get started. So first of all, in 3ds Max, this is how it looks like when you open the 3ds Max. The first thing you are going to do is come here, customize, unit setup, and choose the centimeters, and from system units, choose the centimeters. So both places we should have centimeter. So once we have selected, I am going to press Alt W. In the perspective view, I have selected the perspective view. This yellow outline indicates that this view is selected. Press Alt W, press F for front view, plane, and I'm going to draw a plane with length segment 1, with segment 1, and for now let's go with 150 and 150. Alright, so I will press F3 to see the shaded view. This is wireframe view by default. I hope you have gone through the basic lecture of 3ds Max, but yeah, F3 for the shaded view. Then I press W to activate the move gizmo, and I will right click here on these tiny arrows to bring it into the center. Perfect. Now you can see our gizmo is right exactly into the center. So this is a plane we just draw in front view. Now let's drag and drop the reference image which we just created. So I'm just going to drag and drop this on the plane. Perfect. All right. Next, okay. So for some time this happens. A lot of my students complain that they are dragging and dropping the image, but it is not displaying. The reason behind is the plane is not in the shaded view. This is like a wireframe, and in the wireframe, when you drag and drop, it gives you very difficult options, very different options, which are not relevant. So make sure you have the shaded view, and then you drag and drop. And even some students complain that this doesn't work even in the shaded view. That is because of UVW map. We can discuss this later, but right now, if this doesn't display, the image doesn't display, or it is multiplied a lot of times, that is because of incorrect mapping. So just apply UVW map modifier, and this box will be checked. So when it is checked, you can see a lot of multiplications. So just make sure you uncheck this guy here. Since I'm not having that issue, so I'm going to delete the UW map. But if the error occurs with you guys, you can do as I suggested. All right. So the next thing is we are going to scale the image properly. Yes. So to scale, I will draw a rectangle, and this rectangle should be for the width of this rectangle should be 202. Let's see which one we are talking about. Not this guy, this guy. All right, it should be 71 by 202. Even if we do 202, that still works, because only if we scale on the one dimension, that is also fine and it is going to work. So need more. Okay, scale it down a bit. A bit more. Now need to scale a little bit. Perfect. So now you can see this rectangle is equal to 202.5, and that is exactly equal to the width. So it means that our image is properly scaled. Now whatever we draw, that will be accurate. To test this thing, let's do 71, this length thing. All right, so you see this is perfectly well balanced. So now I am going to delete this rectangle because that was just for the scaling purposes, and I'm going to select this guy again, this plane, press W and move it into the center again by right clicking here. This is just for my own satisfaction. It is not you can say very compulsory that you move it into the center, but it's a additional thing. So let's keep an eye what we get and how we. So first of all, I would like to start from the bottom part, this guy here. All right, so in some of the articles it does have the bottom, but in some of the articles it doesn't have. So you see here, this one has the bottom part, but this article doesn't have. So I would like to create, I personally like this bottom part, so I would like to create that. So let's create a box. Let's see from where it is. Okay, this is from this point to this point. All right, and let's see what is the length. It is about 71 centimeters. So let's see which length is 71. This one is 71 centimeters. Let's make it 71. And yeah, I'm going to move this guy from the top a little backward so I can see everything properly. I'm going to press G to hide the grid. Alright, we have it here. I'm going to change the color of this box so I can easily see what is going on. Alright, perfect. So next thing I'm going to do is I pressed F4 so I can see the edges, shaded view, plus the edges you can see here. So I'm going to right click, convert to editable poly, and then I'm going to select these edges. In the top view again, I dragged and selected these edges. Make sure you follow me. So I can see two edges from the front, two edges from back. Nothing else is selected. I'm going to press connect and set the value of 2 and add the distance of maybe 97. All right, looks good. Select this guy again, press connect. Now I have all the edges on the left and right, no edges from the top or bottom, just right and press connect. And okay, boom. Select the guy here, connect again, and now let's make it maybe 3. All right, I will explain in a couple of minutes that why I have added the additional edges. Select this guy again, press connect, and maybe make it okay, perfect. In the front again, select these guys. Now make sure you have these guys, not any of these edges from the top, only the one which are in the front and the back. The other way of selection is you select one edge and click on this ring button, so it will select all the edges around. Okay, so press connect again, and this time we are going to make this distance quite smaller. Let's make it 4 and with 3 edges. Perfect. All right, so let's apply turbo smooth now and see how does it looks like. Okay, let's see in the real one. Okay, perfect. That is very well balanced, I think. I'm pretty much satisfied with what we have here. Maybe we can increase the iterations. 2, press F4. Yeah, looks really good to me. All right, the next step is, if we see in the real one, okay, we have this dude here, so we are going to make that one. So I am going to create a box. Do you guys remember what was the width of this? But okay, no problem. We can create a box. Okay, sorry. Simply select and drag, and the third click, let's move it. Okay, instead of moving, let's add the width, which we added 71 centimeters. Which one was that? No, this one. 71. Perfect. Very, very well done. And this guy here, I think we should keep it 5. Maybe we can increase this later, but if we want to check what really it is, we can rotate it 90 degrees, and yeah, I think that's pretty much 5. All right, press Ctrl Z, move it slightly there. All right, so let's add edit poly modifier. If you add edit poly, or you right click and convert to edit poly, that's pretty much same. There are just very slight difference, but that's really up to you. All right, so I have selected this face and deleted. Boom. The next thing is I am going to move this guy here. All right, select this guy here and let's move it 2.5 minus 2.5 on y-axis. All right, let's see how does this go. We can redo it, but no, that's all right. So let's do one thing. I have selected the edges. Press F4 and change the color to gray. All right. So the next thing is I am going to slice plane. So it is going to cut on our required point. So let me explain what happens. So I have this plane here which is cutting our, I'm going to isolate actually with this button. Okay, perfect, isolated. Now slice plane, and now you can see this is a plane which is going to cut, you can see here, but I don't want a cut in this way, so I will rotate perfectly this plane on 90 degrees. You can see in the bottom here the exact amount or exact number. It should be 90. If you are not having the exact number, just like me, so you simply press A, it will toggle the angle snap, so it will be easy for you guys to snap it correctly. So this way, and then I will add 45 degree this way. Perfect, move it up. All right, and now I am going to click on the slice. Boom, which means that we confirm, okay, our slice is in. Now I'm going to delete this guy here, and we have this guy, which looks pretty good, honestly. The next thing is we are going to select the border. So you can see I have selected all the borders and press and hold shift and move this on x-axis. Make sure you move on the right axis. This is very necessary. All right, just move this guy a little bit up. All right, and these guys, or this guy here, move it backwards. Press S for snapping, and so you see I have only x-axis active. Make sure when you are moving on the snap, do not not click here like this, otherwise you will mess up. Just click on the axis you want to move. I want to move it on the x-axis, and just snap it with this guy here, so it's exactly well balanced. Perfect. So I'm going to move slightly outside on x-axis, and now the most important stuff, I selected this guy, double click on the edge. So I need to make sure that all the loop is selected, right? So the next step is I'm going to press chamfer. Where did chamfer go? Okay, here it is. Click on the box and add some amount here. All right, let's make it triangle and add another. Perfect. Maybe 3. There are a couple of options you can try: uniform, radial, patch, whatever you want, but let's go for the triangle. Maybe 2 snaps would be enough, or maybe 3. All right, this is pretty good. Press OK. Now we have this guy, but the only thing is that this is a slightly, this part is slightly bigger. This area is slightly bigger than the rest one. So what we are going to do, maybe we are going to adjust the inner guys, and if we need, we can adjust the outer as well later. So just to make sure to bring a little closer, so the inner part doesn't feel very bad or big. All right, perfect. So if we see, all right, so now that is from a little soft from the front side and from the right side. That's not like very sharp, So, what we're going to do, we are going to isolate this guy here, and we are going to do some magic. Yeah, select these edges, do connect again, 2, 3 maybe. Okay, for 2 for now. Later we can do 3. I did 3. Yeah, I think that would be sufficient. Connect again, 2, 3, and reduce a bit. Okay, perfect. Then select these dudes here, and from the front connect again, and let's make it 1, maybe 2, and reduce this distance. All right, and just select, double click and select this guy here, the whole loop, and press R and scale it on the y-axis so it is straight a bit. Okay, so looks good to me, honestly. A little bit lower, and I think this guy here should move little upwards. Same for this guy. Okay, yeah, looks perfect. Next thing is we are going to select this edge and select the ring, so everything is selected from here to there. Okay, now press connect, and let's make it 3. All right, sounds good. And I would like to add one more edge here. I'm going to select this, connect. Now I'm going to add one, and okay, make it straight with the scale, pressing R, and scale it down, move it down a bit. All right, and I'm pretty much satisfied honestly, but let's try turbo smooth, see how it looks like with the 2 iterations. Okay, looks good, but the only thing is this part is still slightly bigger, as we were discussing earlier. This guy here is slightly bigger, so we are going to adjust it a bit. Select this and move it this way. This. All right. The another thing I think we should be doing is, let me select this guy here. And push it slightly outwards so it feels a kind of round shape. That will look really amazing when we turbo smooth it. Okay. Yeah, looks really good. All right, the next thing is we are going to close this edge. So come to the edit poly, select this edge and this edge, press bridge, this edge and this edge, press bridge, this guy and this guy, press bridge, and this guy here should be cap. Perfect. So this guy, this should be bridge. This, sorry, should be bridge. Should be bridge. All right. The next thing is we are going to connect these edges. Say cut, and you cut it from here to here. Okay, sorry. Mhm. So you have to be very careful. It's not cutting right actually. Control Z. Okay, let's do the left view, and now cut it from here to here. No. Wow. Sometimes 3ds Max sucks. Boom. Good. Then let's do the same. Good. And the same for this guy. Alright, another thing, we can maybe delete these dudes here, but let's see how it goes with the turbo smooth. Alright, I think that's pretty smooth. We really don't need any, but we can delete this guy here, you know, that's creating a mess, honestly. Control. Let's see how it goes. This part is not quite smooth, so maybe we can move this guy, this guy slightly closer, or maybe the whole guy. Alright, looks pretty good to me, honestly. And turbo smooth. Boom. Now maybe we can do the same thing we did previously for the middle part. This guy, this guy, this guy. Come to the top and maybe move slightly outwards, just like the front part. This will give a nice smooth curve, you know. Well, let's see turbo smooth. Alright, let's see what's happening in the real photo. That sounds really good. If we want to further smooth this guy, what we can do is we can just select and press chamfer. Alright, and move this guy slightly backwards. And let's see how it goes down. I think we unnecessarily gave an extra edge, which was actually not needed. So I'm going to press Ctrl Z, and let's see again. I think this looks good so far. All right, we have a problem here. Which means we didn't weld actually. So maybe we can select this vertex, this guy and this guy, and move them here. The snap. Perfect. And select these guys and press weld. Let's see if it worked. Yeah, that worked. So another thing I would like to do is I would like to connect this guy, maybe from the front, just connect it, and maybe let's move it. No, need only one, and let's add the value. Come to the top and press R to scale it on this axis front. Perfect. Let's see. Perfectly balanced shape. All right. Okay, looks good. So now we are going to make this guy here. Which is quite straight and smooth. So the easiest and fastest way is, let's move this dude here, copy it, isolate this guy, turn off the turbo smooth. Alright, let's let's select these faces, delete, delete, and this guy too. Okay, so we have this now here, and select the border and scale it down on the y-axis, so just to make it straight. Next thing is, let's mirror this on y-axis and make a copy. Perfect. W, move it here. Since we copied, so we can attach. Make sure you copied. If you have had instance, just make sure to press this button, unique. This is necessary. Attach. Okay, boom. Now it's attached. Isolate again. Right. Select these vertices and maybe weld. Perfect. Good. Let's apply turbo smooth. Okay. Looks good to me, honestly. Just one thing, I made it slightly bigger, so let's move the vertices to slightly downwards. Perfect. Another thing, let's press F4 to see the edges. We need to, you know, move these faces upward, just like we did previously. Slightly upward. Alright, apply turbo smooth. Perfect. Looks so smooth, just like butter. So let's save the progress for now. Sorry. Alright, sounds fair enough. The next thing is, let's see. So we are going to make this guy here with the help of a box. So maybe we can start from the top, and this should be about 71. Okay, just remember that this time we are making the top, the box. Okay, the width is okay now. We can maybe rotate it on the 90 degrees and move it up. Here, and adjust the height. That should be like, for now we can try 15, and we can amend later, maybe 13. Alright. The top, I move it like this. Perfect. Going to change the color. Let's keep looking at this sample so we have an idea what exactly is going on. Alright, might be you see a little difference because I think the sofa we see here, that is this guy here, the two-seater, but we are making the 3-1. So that's fine. That's totally fine. Let's isolate this guy. Press F4 to see the edge view. Perfect. Apply added poly modifier. You can see it in the modifier list. If you don't, simply right click, convert to editable poly. That also works. So select the edges, connect, only one for now. Same goes for this way. Connect, only one for now. Perfect. The next thing is I'm going to delete this guy and this guy. You will understand shortly why I did that. Mirror. This time make sure you select instance. Okay. Select the two guys. Mirror again. On x-axis, let's add the distance. Okay. Alright. So we have this dude here. Convert, select this edge and press connect. Now you see I am editing one box, but it is the action or the all of them are being modified, you know. This is very cool. 4, this way we can connect again, maybe 3. Okay, looks good to me. This way maybe we can connect 2. All right, let's see, keep an eye. All right, the next thing is, let's select this guy here, this face, and press grow. Okay, so slightly confused here. Let's do one thing, and that is connecting these edges. So select these guys, press connect, make a, okay, one, maybe one, give a distance, same for this guy here. Okay, wait a minute. Select this guy, connect. Okay, select again, connect. Okay. Now let's select this guy at the corner and press chamfer. The triangle. Maybe 2. Alright, looks good. Next step is, let's select this guy here and press cut. Oh, sorry. That's hectic, man. No. Okay. Let's adjust it a bit. Perfect. Sound good. Let's select this guy, grow, and manually select this. Okay. Move it slightly upward. Okay. Shrink. Move it slightly more upward. Okay. Shrink. once more. Voila, that is done. Okay, now if we apply turbo smooth, let's see how it goes with 2. Alright, we are having a little trouble here. We can fix this in a bit, but let's see from the upside. This corner looks good to me, but this seems extra smooth. We are going to do a couple of changes maybe. But one thing, we need to adjust this guy here. This is too, upward. This making corner doesn't look good. Move it slightly downwards. This guy as well. Slightly, not too much. Otherwise it will like kind of dig a hole. Alright. So from the front I'm going to move this guy a little bit outside, and from the left side I am going to do the same with this guy. Alright. Another thing is we are going to select the edge here and connect. Same for here. Looks okay. Let's apply turbo smooth. Perfect. Maybe we need to work a little bit on this corner, but so far this looks good. Okay, let's go to the top view and move this towards this side and this guy towards this side. This guy maybe slightly this way. This guy a little bit this side. Okay. Let's do the same for the bottom. Alright. Yeah. Let's do the cut. Okay. Okay, this didn't go well. Okay. Cut. Select this guy, press Ctrl backspace to remove and adjust it a bit. Looks fine to me. Let's see turbo smooth. The bottom looks good to me. Maybe we can try or maybe we can move this guy slightly downward and see how does this go. Yeah, looks better. I'm still not satisfied with this edge here. Let's try ring. And press connect. Okay, once at a time. No. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press Control Backspace. So we have this guy here. Double click and chamfer again. And this time, let's make it smaller. Okay, 1.3. Okay, and let's turbo smooth. Let's see how did it go. It went well. We have the box, but we have another problem. Just trying to do some adjustments. Yeah. Okay, let's stop view. Honestly, looks good to me because we are going to do some of the, you know, the marvelous designer stuff also. So this looks okay to me. The rest of the items can be done in the marvelous designer. So what I'm going to do, just turn off the turbo smooth on all, select all, number 2, edit with poly, select one dude, press attach, boom, boom, press border, and I pressed control while the borders were selected. I pressed control vertices, so it selected all the vertices which were connected to that borders. Press weld, and let's see. So we don't have any borders now. Now apply turbo smooth to perfect. Let's copy this guy here. Alright, I think we need to adjust a bit because that's slightly smaller. Let's scale it down a bit also. Alright, let's apply FFD 2 by 2 maybe. Click here, select control points. Alright, where did it go? Something not right. Let's cancel the selections. And FFD, now good. Control points. Move it this way. Perfect. Do the same here. Instance. Okay, perfect. Move it slightly this way. Looks fantastic, honestly. Alright, looks good to me. Next thing, just copy one dude here. Copy in node instance. So rotate it 90 degrees. Let's place it here, or maybe upwards. And let's turn off turbo smooth, isolate, and let's do one thing. In the edit poly, select this guy, control backspace. So we simply deleted those guys, move it downwards, move it downwards. Okay, let's apply turbo smooth and see how did this go. I think it went really good. Rotate it again 90 degrees. Okay, in FF, before we do FFD, let's do one more thing. Select this guy, maybe this guy, and this guy, control backspace, and move this guy, and this guy is slightly closer. Sorry. Okay. I think it looks good to me. Let's apply turbo smooth and see how did it go. Okay. Sounds good. Not that high. Let's apply FFD. Select these control points, move it down. Alright, the only thing I see here, there is a kind of bump. So maybe we can see what actually is happening, you know. Alright, we see an unnecessary edge. Control backspace. I think it will be fixed now. Yep. All good. Another thing, I would like to scale this, or maybe use FFD 2x2 control points to move backwards. Alright. Perfect. Similarly, copy this guy here, instance. Okay. So this went really good. So in the next video, we are going to make the legs you see here, and we'll do some marvelous designer stuff. Okay, so yeah, see you in the next video. Ta-da.